Well, every year, World Intellectual Property Day is celebrated to recognize the critical role of intellectual property in driving innovation and protecting creators. The day serves as a reminder of how intellectual property rights contribute to cultural, technological, and economic growth worldwide. The theme for this year is IP and music. Feel the beat of IP. This focus celebrates music as a profound form of creative expression and illustrates how a strong IP system supports musicians, songwriters, producers, and performers. Well, joining me now to discuss the importance of protecting intellectual property and its growth, economic growth, is the CEO, Leeds Network, Chikuma Okenwa. It's good to have you join us on the news.
Thank you so much.
For about 2.5 decades, the world has been raising awareness about the role of intellectual property, with this year's theme, of course, IP and music. Feel the beat of IP. It seems the world of music deserves to take the front seat again. How significant and effective are these commemoration days?
Music is a universal language. It's a food for the soul and serves for every event. But of course, one of the things that would be an incentive is that creators, innovators, producers, performers, if they're able to earn from their creativity. And of course, for that to happen, that means that their rights to their music has to be protected at all levels. And what WIPO has been doing, it's actually raising up the bar to see how, the people can actually begin to collectively, ensure that people get what they deserve, not just for musicians, but I'm happy they are focusing on music this particular year, because music is indeed should indeed take the front burner. And but of course, we also see other rights of both inventors, those with scientific inventions, technological inventions being protected, copyright for authors, maybe people that come up with poems, with books. And all of these things, if it's not properly protected, and the right economic measures given to the owners of this property, you have a situation where innovators can be discouraged. And what will happen is that people who did not come up with these noble ideas could actually be ripping off of someone's property. Don't forget, the choice of the word property, calls for reflection, because it's as good as taking away, what's rightfully and legally belongs to someone.
But how can African innovators and creators better leverage intellectual property to monetize their ideas and creations? How can they do that?
Yeah, basically, especially for musicians, even comedians. So sometimes someone come up with something that is new, novel, and you have to wait until someone else do that for you. Like some are just very too quick to go online and say, you know what, I've got a new hit, I've got a new song, I've got a new beat, and before you know, someone replicates the same thing. And sometimes, if you are not careful, you may not actually know that it's your beat that inspired the beat. The person will just make some little alterations just to make it seem as if to say, it was not founded on that which legally belongs to you. So I think it's a call on Nigerians that anything you have that is novel, that is unique, you have to meet the appropriate authorities and get that duly registered. Sometimes it could be trademarks. But most importantly for musicians, get your songs copyrighted if you actually want to be, the rightful owner legally before the law, and also be able to get kickbacks for the amount of work that you put in, both from the writing process to the production process that happens within the studio.
Some persons will say here in Nigeria, we're still a long way. It's still a long road to actually having that right, particularly monetizing our ideas and creations, particularly as innovators and, of course, as creative as well. But from your assessment of the creative industry, really, what advice would you give to young African creatives or innovators as to how they can protect their intellectual property?
Yeah, that's why it really calls the need why, when you get to a certain level, especially as an innovator, you need to talk to your lawyer, right? I know it's not been like a culture like in this part of the world for everyone to have like lawyer. I mean, it's conventional in some nations. You just hear someone, I'll talk to my lawyer. But of course, if you get to the level of owning intellectual property, then affording a lawyer shouldn't be a problem because in that case, paying for a lawyer will not necessarily be because you have the money, but because you need the money, right? If you don't have a lawyer, if you don't sacrifice, some of the little you have, you can actually protect, that big offer, that can come from your work. So it could actually become a case of like penny wise, pound foolish. So you're trying to save a little, and at the end of the day, you lose the chunk. So, every young aspiring artist should know that there is also like the legal aspect of doing business so that you can protect that which lawfully belongs to you. Nobody want to start up a business or even own a property that at the end of the day, because you didn't do the needful, you just have someone like slip off the carpet from under your feet. That certainly will be counterproductive.
CEO, Leeds Network, Chukwuma Okenwa, thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome.